Hello, you're welcome back to my channel. It's still your favorite YouTuber, Godiva. In today's relationship talk, we'll be handling an interesting topic, and that will be: is this relationship for me? Is this relationship for me? You permit me, I'll be reading out from somewhere so that I don't forget it. It's written down something, so I don't forget it. I understand some people are in a relationship, but they are still trying to search themselves. They're still trying to find out, and they're wondering, should I get married to this person, or should I propose to this person, or should I say yes to this person's proposal? Is this relationship for me? So today we're going to be discussing some important signs you should look out for to find out if truly a relationship is for you, or if you just have to walk away. It's as simple as that. So before we go further, I'd like to say a very big thank you to my subscribers out there. The subscribers keep growing. I remember when I was the first person that subscribed. Click to 2, 3, and it keeps growing. Thanks to all my subscribers out there. And if you're new to this channel, here we talk about romantic relationship. Maybe dating, courting, wedding, or you're just thinking about marriage, or you just want to update your knowledge when it comes to wedding, dating, committed relationship. Here we talk about all of that. So don't fail to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Okay, so is this relationship for me? Is this relationship for me, or should I just walk away? Yeah, so this is what we're going to be discussing, and I'll be mentioning some important things you should look out for. And obviously, before you walk into a romantic relationship, it's always good to have standards. You should have at least some standards, even though it shouldn't be like you're asking for a perfect lady or a perfect man. There should be at least some standard. He should be a Christian. He should be really God-fearing. He should be disciplined. He should be hardworking. She should be hardworking. She should be God-fearing. Like some standards you set, the list of standards you've got, it doesn't mean that the person has to match up to all of them, or it doesn't mean that your own standards should be so high, but at least you should have some standards. And if you don't have any standards, it's important to create one, because it's with these standards you can at least know what you want in a person, to know, okay, if someone comes in with that standards, you check, no, this is not, it's just not the person for me. Let me say, if someone is not a Christian, someone is not a genuine Christian, and the person smokes, or the person drinks, or the person goes for clubbing. So if you already have a standard, you know that I cannot get married to an unbeliever. When that person comes, you don't have to think about it. You just know that this relationship is not for me. You walk away. And if he's the right person for you, and you feel, okay, you're very certain he's the serious person, he's the right man or woman for you, then you have to pray to God to convert him first before you get married to him. But basically, time is very, very precious. You cannot trade your time. You cannot you cannot while away your time or trade your time for something that is not worth it, or something that is not going to be reliable, something that's not going to pay off on a longer run. Now, when you have created your standards and you feel like, okay, then someone comes up to you, or you are a man, you're considering a lady, you know that, okay, this lady has ticked up most of my standards. That means it's really a potential relationship I can consider. So once you've gotten to that stage, you have to check out and pay attention to these few things I'm going to be mentioning. And the first of it is how you feel. Pay attention to how you feel. Every one of us, we have a silent spirit on the inside of us. There is always a spirit of God to guide us. It is left for us, which is like in our conscience. It is left for us to silence it, or it is left for us to listen to it. So when it comes to how you feel, you have a relationship that might have ticked off those standards and you feel is a potential relationship, does not mean that that relationship is the good relationship or is a relationship that will give you peace of mind. So what do you do in this aspect is that you pay attention to your inner man, not your emotion. Not your emotion. Emotion does not guide us rightly, but your inner man, that silent spirit on the inside of you. Pay attention to how you feel. How do you feel? Because it still boils down to that inner man, that silent message. It will reflect in your feeling. You will know that once in a while, if you tend to once in a while, or you tend to at some point, you feel this, you're scared, or you're not feeling that flow to go into that relationship. Irrespective of the standards, it's not advisable for you to continue, because you never can tell why you are feeling that way. You never can tell why you're feeling that way. Do you feel happy around this person? Do you feel relaxed when you remember this person? Do you feel at peace inside of you when you remember this person? Or do you feel threatened? Do you feel scared inside when you remember this person? Those are feelings. Those are messages that are passed across through your feelings. And pay attention to those silent messages. Don't allow your emotion to becloud that real feeling of yourself. The second one you have to pay attention to. The second one you pay attention to is, what are his circles? What are his circles or her circles like? There is a saying that, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. Pay attention to the kind of people this young man or this young lady mingles with. Irrespective of, maybe you feel, okay, she's ticked off my standards, then she's mingling. Let me say someone who is that you feel to this person is a Christian, but her inner circles, the friends she's got close by her, are friends that go for clubbing, are friends that drink, are friends that do some certain things that are not really good. That is a serious signal you should pay attention to. Pay attention to his or her inner circle. What are the kind of friends he keeps? Are they the kind of friends that go after ladies? Are they the kind of friends that are not settled in their relationship? Are they the kind of friends that, what kind of, when you get to see this person, you get to find out, try as much as possible to find out his or her circle. It is important, because her circle will give you a clue to what he can accommodate, because this is a circle he accepted. That means it goes a long way to let you know what he can accommodate or what he accepts. You can't say, okay, he's different, and he has friends he converses with, friends when he's in anything he feels he goes back for an advice, or he goes back for anything. Those kind of friends are people who doesn't really give advice that are godly, who doesn't really do things that are godly. It is a signal that you should pay very good attention to before you go into that relationship. Don't say no, you don't care. No, pay attention to this. Is important, so that you know if you're walking into this relationship, you already know what you signed up for. Next thing you should pay attention to is, does this person care about you, or does he care about your body? Does she care about you, or does she care about your body? A man who truly loves you, a man who sees his future with you, even though yes, there are emotion involved, this man will not want to take advantage of your body, because he knows he's looking forward to have you all to himself. So if you people are in the dating phase, or you people are in the courting phase, and let me say at that stage when you feel emotional, and this partner, it's in a position of, okay, let's go further to do it, irrespective of it being pleasing to God, or irrespective of it's not being pleasing to God, then it's a signal you should take note of, because it gives you a silent message that under pressure or under any kind of, this person can accommodate some certain things. That means even in your relationship with that person, the person can do some certain things that might not be good, or you end up being unhappy in a relationship, not respecting God. You have to be in a relationship where the other partner respects and values God more, such that if you are dating now or currently and the person can freely do things that are not pleasing to God, or all in the name of I love you or I do whatever thing, true love will even make him to wait. True love will make him to wait till it is the right time for everything. But if he can bypass the fear of God, if he can ignore the fear of God, or if he can ignore the place of God, in the sense that because he's so much emotional to you and he's trying to find ways to get access to your body, it is a signal you should run away. Because if you feel like, okay, he loves me, let me give you, he loves me, you give him your body, be ready also that in the relationship, whether you people are married or whether you end up getting married, that there could be points in that relationship where this person, you will need him to do things that are pleasing to God for you to be at peace in your home. And at that point, he will also choose not to do things that are pleasing to God. Relationship is actually run by God. Relationship is only run by God. Marriage is more spiritual than physical. This is just the honest truth. So if you neglect God in the initial and you're working with someone who neglects God in the initial, then you also know that in the relationship, the person has the capacity of neglecting God even in the relationship, and that will be very risky for you. So pay attention to know how much does this person really fear God. Does this person really fear God? How much connected with God? How much fear, how much reverence does this person have with God? You have to pay attention to this, because your happiness in a relationship lies in a spouse that fears God. It is as simple as that. Let me know your comments let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and what else do you think are factors someone should consider? What else do you think are factors someone should consider to know if a relationship is for him or for her? If you found this video interesting or you found it insightful, don't fail to give it a like, share it to your own networks and your social media platforms so that it gets a greater audience. I'll be filming another video next week Tuesday. Stay tuned. Until then, please remain safe.